Imagine you just hired a new intern. They can read 1 million pages a second and summarize an entire library before you finish your coffee. But there is a catch. They aren't actually thinking. They are a high-speed piece of software, calculating patterns in data rather than understanding the world. Because they want to please you, this high-speed assistant might confidently hand you a report filled with completely made-up academic citations, or state incorrect facts as if they were undeniable truths. If you take their work and publish it directly without checking, it is your name on the line. Trusting them blindly is a direct risk to your professional reputation. Getting good work out of this chaotic, high-speed tool requires a specific management skill set. In the modern workplace, we call this skill AI literacy. To effectively manage this tool, we rely on the diagram you see here, the 5 dimensions of AI literacy. The first 2 pillars are about knowing your tool and checking its work. You need a solid understanding of how AI actually processes data and the critical thinking skills to evaluate the answers it gives you. The remaining 3 pillars guide how we apply it. This means committing to ethical and responsible use, making sure we keep people involved in every step, and using your own specialized subject knowledge to guide the AI's tasks. Mastering these 5 areas turns you from a passive consumer of generated text into a strategic leader directing a powerful assistant. Let's see this in a professional setting. The first step to success is assigning a task that matches the intern's actual strengths. This flowchart outlines a safe 3-step research workflow. Step 1 is the search phase, where we use specialized AI platforms to sift through massive databases and identify initial sources. Next comes the comparison phase. Here, we generate AI summaries and line them up right next to our own human-written notes, looking for patterns or gaps. Finally, the refinement phase. You, the human expert, write the actual manuscript, and the AI is used strictly at the end for minor copy editing and grammar suggestions. This structure clearly defines the relationship. The AI gathers the supplies and sands the edges, but you are the one building the house. Even with a strict workflow, you still have to grade the intern's work. This brings us to a crucial step, the bias audit. You start by taking the claims the AI generated and cross-checking them directly against primary sources or trusted scholarly databases. Then, you actively examine the data to see what is missing. You have to ask yourself whose perspectives were excluded, or what datasets the AI might have ignored entirely. Applying this rigorous evaluation ensures the tool actively supports your research, rather than quietly introducing errors into it. A fast intern also needs strict office rules to ensure their work is handled responsibly. We build trust by demanding 3 things: that we take responsibility for the results, that the data is accurate, and that we can always show exactly how the tool arrived at an answer. We support that trust by ensuring fairness to prevent bias, protecting user privacy, and considering the environmental impact of the heavy computing power we are using. Establishing these rules naturally defines the hard boundaries of what the machine simply cannot do. Algorithms do not possess lived experience, they cannot feel empathy, and they do not generate genuine human creativity. Because the system runs strictly on the mathematical patterns we established earlier, your judgment and your empathy must always serve as the final filter. This visual scale shows the difference between a basic user and a strategic leader. A beginner often treats the AI like an all-knowing oracle. They type in a prompt, read the output, and blindly copy the answer into their work. An expert takes a completely different approach. They build evaluation frameworks, conduct routine bias audits, and help draft institutional policies to guide their peers. They even model these behaviors out in the open, intentionally sharing the AI's flawed outputs with their team to practice critical analysis together. Ultimately, true AI literacy is about knowing exactly when to utilize the tool and exactly when to shut the screen and rely on human connection. You are the boss. To get the best out of this technology, you have to stay firmly in the driver's seat.